gravity-powered racing cars, helmets, and a lot of speed. While soapbox racing started in the 1930s, there's a pretty solid fan base among Rochester teens willing to ditch their smartphones, tablets, and video games to get outside for a little healthy competition. WXXI's Denise Young introduces us to these youngsters and explains why the real thrill of racing is the camaraderie built on the track.
Like most teenage boys, Johnny Berg loves music and electronics of all types. But every year, as summer nears, Johnny straps on a helmet and becomes a super kid. It's race day, and young competitors in the Greater Rochester Soapbox Derby are anxious to get in their cars and let gravity speed them down the hill on Lakeshore Boulevard.
I'm feeling very excited.
That's Tammy Berg. She and her husband John decided to get Johnny involved in the Derby Super Kids program in 2014.
And he became the champion and won one of the first trophies, the big trophies.
In the traditional Derby, kids build and drive their own cars. In the Super Kids program, young people with special needs are paired with other kids who drive the two-person cars. In both programs, winners in the timed races can qualify for the national competition in Akron, Ohio.
It's not only a great experience for our kids, but it's a great experience for the other kids to know children that have special needs and realize there's nothing to be afraid of. You know, they're just kids.
Turco found out about the program from a coworker.
I knew I had a son with special needs, and he just loved it. I mean, Nick is a great guy, but he hates things on his head, and this is how much I knew he really wanted to do it, because in order to race, you have to wear a bike helmet on your head. So I told him, I said, Nick, if you want to do this, you got to put the helmet on your head and get in the car, and he did. And that was all she wrote.
Every year he looks forward to going to race with the other kids and being out there in the public with typical kids. And with his friends too, because there are other kids with special needs that do participate.
So Johnny, how do you like the racing?
Awesome.
Tell us about going down the hill, what it's like.
Yeah, and down.
It means a lot to me to see him participate with all the other kids. And he does a great job, and he loves it. And we like cheering him on. So fills my heart, you know. I just love him.
We all go to the race, usually in June, and we cheer them on. And for practice, my daughter actually drove my son, and it was a lot of fun. Right?
It's like a rush, but it's like at first you're like, oh, this isn't too bad, but then it starts going fast and you're like, this is really fun.
Johnny and Brienne teamed up again on race day during Johnny's second trip down the hill, and they rode to victory. With that win and another one earlier in the day, Johnny qualified to once again compete in the national competition. John Berg said his family is trying to raise awareness of the program so even more super kids can enjoy the thrill of racing and the joy of camaraderie.
It's just a way to get them all together and have fun and just be out in the public, and it also brings up, it helps bring awareness to other people that there are kids out there with special needs who just want to be accepted and part of the group and part of a team. So he looks forward to it every year. We do too, because it just brings everybody together.
And members of the Greater Rochester Soapbox Derby Super Kids program competed in the National Super Kids Classic Soapbox Derby this month. And to my guests, Mike Turco, director of Rochester Super Kids program, and his son Nick, team captain of the Super Kids Classic, a big congratulations is in order. So talk to us about the two big wins that took place in Akron, Ohio.
It was exciting. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be this year, but we were watching on YouTube, and we have two racers that ended up in the top 10 this year. Matter of fact, Johnny Berg, that you just saw, he got 8th place, and a new racer this year who was 1st place in our local race got 4th place, and he ended up on the actual stage with the trophy presentation. It was very exciting.
Well, I've heard that that soapbox racing can be a family affair. And as we were watching the video story, you said to me, you know, this year, this was the first time you got siblings involved, as we got to see with Johnny and his sister. Talk a little bit about that. What makes this such a great family-oriented type of activity?
Well, it really involves the whole family, because everybody has to pitch in. You need someone at the top of the hill, someone at the bottom of the hill. You know, everybody help get in the cars. It's just it is a family thing. And traditionally, the Super Kids has only been a once-a-year thing. They only race at the local race, but knowing how much the kids love it, I've been working with the director, Mark Scuderi, to have it at every rally race that the other kids race at. And so now all of our kids and families get to interact with all the regular Soapbox Derby families, and it's just phenomenal having all the interaction between the families.
Well, I want to know what types of skills, like Nick's been involved for quite some time. This is how you, as we learned in the story, got involved with soapbox racing. What type of skills is Nick taking away, or the young people that you're working with taking away, beyond just simply the joy and the thrill of racing? You know, the camaraderie, the working together, because everybody that's capable, we get involved in helping set up in the beginning, tearing everything down. And just learning how to be a team member, you know, which is sometimes difficult. Well, I read in an interview where you said involvement with Super Kids and the Soapbox Derby really opens doors to competition. You said for young people with disabilities who prefer to be involved in something other than traditional sports. Right. So I wanted to know how much emphasis is placed on the competition aspect, and do you think there's a healthy dosage? Like what can it do to benefit young people? Oh,
absolutely. You know, it's like any other sport. I mean, there's certain kids that are going to be serious about it and excel, and there's going to be kids that are just doing it for fun. So Nick is more of the fun variety. If you notice, he was sitting up straight, and in Akron he got known for waving to the crowd in the 6 years we went there. But to be aerodynamic and to be faster, you really need to keep your head down. And both Johnny Berg and Dylan, who won this year in Akron, know that, and they're very serious about it.
Mike, talk a little bit about the training and the preparation that goes into doing something like this. Nick's done it, you know, now team captain. I mean, what do you have to do to get into place as these two youngsters have done?
Well, the Super Kids is a little bit more lax than the traditional program. But again, all the things, the aerodynamic, keeping your head down, keeping still in the car. Every little movement you make in the car essentially slows it down. So that's basically the biggest thing with the Super Kids.
So you mentioned when we were speaking before the interview began, you said when this got started in the 1930s, the fan base for the Akron, Ohio event, I mean, you said 70,000 people, and now it's just kind of losing its appeal a little bit. Do you think that the fan base here, is it growing thanks to the local Derby and Super Kids?
Well, definitely, as well as the exposure. I mean, this nice show that you're putting on today, I think people just don't know about it.
So what do you think it will take to get more, in addition to exposure, to get more people involved? Because you talked about the benefits for Nick, for Johnny, for Ryan, and for others.
Sure. Well, the big thing we really need in Rochester is our own hill. Right now we go to different streets and close them down and we race there. If we had our own hill, then we'd be able to publicize it more. I mean, I have a limit to how many kids I can have go to a local race every year because, you know, we end up with over 100 kids total racing in the program, and it takes a long time. So, you know, if we had our own hill, we could grow the program even bigger. And I used to be in sales and marketing, so I would definitely spend the time to do that. But right now, I'm pretty low key about it because I only have room for just so many kids, you know.
Talk about for people who don't know and they're being introduced to this for the very first time as they meet you and Nick, what is the value of this, the value of Super Kids?
I think just offering kids that maybe don't otherwise get the opportunity to do competitive sports, maybe they can't for whatever reason, maybe their disability is, you know, doesn't allow them to or whatever. It gives them the opportunity to compete on their own level and to just have the thrill of racing. I mean, the smiles on your face tell it all. On their faces.
And when you saw Nick, because Nick, 6 years, right? 6 years going to the Akron competition.
Yeah, he's been in since 2006.
Okay.
At age 19, you can no longer go to Akron. So we went every year he was involved.
And what type of impact did you see it have on him?
Oh, it was even more huge there because usually there's around 70-something racers. So to be in the top 10 in 70-something racers is really cool. But, you know, just to be around all these families that have children with special needs that understand what your daily struggles are like. It's just so awesome, just the love that is felt in the whole program. So, you know, and all the kids, the co-pilots are all volunteers, and they are donating their time.
Right. Well, we are out of time for now, but a very special thank you to my guests. I
you.
appreciate you both being here. And you can learn more about the Greater Rochester Soapbox Derby and its Super Kids program. Just go to grsbd.com. And that wraps up this special Move to Include edition of Need to Know. Move to Include is a partnership between WXXI and the Golisano Foundation. Its mission is to encourage thoughtful discussion about issues of inclusion and the differently abled. To learn more, go to movetoinclude.org.